Here we are, Hammerfest Day 2, and I'm joined with the party legends that are TigerTailz. How are you guys doing?
Great, man. Yeah,
doing good.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good show last night?
Yeah, brilliant. It was, as ever, you know, the people turn up and we had a great time. It all went really well. So, yeah, couldn't have asked for more.
Excellent. Well, I think the last time which I spoke to you was at the Newport Superbikes. Yeah, a little while ago.
That's right, yeah.
So I know things have changed since then. But TigerTailz obviously is still there. You're still going from strength to strength as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've been through lineup changes. These things happen for various reasons. But you know, got a solid lineup now, and it's been good. We've released a number of new EP. We've got a new album out now, Lost Reels. This literally last week came out. So and we're working on a new record. So I mean, yeah, you know, as a band, what else do? You know, make music and you go out and play live. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing which I've always noticed about you guys is you don't stop. No matter what happens, you keep on going, keep writing new material, you're touring.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the thing with lineup changes. I know, you know, from a fan's point of view, we all want to see the original lineups and bands, you know, goes without saying. But the reality is that, you know, for various reasons, like I said, you know, age, health, you don't get on, whatever, you know, people change. But I mean, you know, it's that old cliche, you don't shut down the football club just because a player leaves. You know what I mean? So just get on and carry on and push forward. That's what we try and do.
Excellent. So you mentioned your new album came out last week. How can people get a hold of that? Is it just on download, or have you done various formats?
It's actually through a company called American label called F&A Records. They've got it on sale from their site, so you can buy it through there, or they do like digital downloads. We're not selling it from our site, we've got some deals through them. But yeah, people go to their website, F&A Records, fa.com. Yeah, they can get it in.
Excellent. Are they going to be releasing it on like a vinyl edition, or have they not decided yet?
I don't think this one will. It's basically a collection of unreleased demos. They kind of wanted stuff that had never been available on the net, you know, whether it's free download or, you know, fans put stuff up, they sell CDs of like bootleg demos, that kind of thing, and they wanted stuff that wasn't available anywhere. So we came up with that. We had a lot of stuff still kicking around that people hadn't heard from Pepsi was back in the day. A lot of demos from him. We did a new track for them, for that album, and some other stuff that Jules sang on as well, a track called Fall in Love Again. So I think it's very much a fans collector's piece, you know. So I think it'll just be the CD format only and download.
So you guys obviously must have a hell of a back catalogue of, like I said, stuff that's never been released, or you possibly sung once when you were doing rehearsal type thing, and then let the dust collect over it.
Well, that's what this record is, effectively. It's that kind of stuff that was there, that, you know, tunes that were, I don't know, you know, tunes don't make a record for all sorts of reasons sometimes. You know, quite often you can, certainly back in the 80s, 90s when we were recording, you quite often take so long making a record, writing the songs, that by the time you record it, it's kind of things have moved on a bit, and so suddenly that track or whatever didn't fit. So Pepsi was always writing, you know, kind of weird stuff, you know. He would put in weird drum loops. He was big into Trent Reznor and the whole 9 Inch Nails thing, so they didn't fit, you know, for what we were doing at the time. But so that is what this record effectively is, all that kind of stuff. Well, I think the archives are pretty much clear. There's not much else that I'm aware of anyway.
So when it comes to doing a tour, because obviously you've got so much music which has been written and stuff like that. Obviously there's music which the fans love to hear you play all the time. But how do you just devise a set list for a tour?
I tend to look at Rob and Jules, because they kind of come at it from being into the band from the outside. So
yeah, we both when we both joined the band, came into the band as massive fans of TigerTailz, you know. So like Jay said, I think we kind of see it from more of a fan kind of point of view as to, you know, what would we like to see, you know, TigerTailz play. So I mean, obviously the majority of it's from Berserk, but we all almost like insisted that there was, you know, stuff from Young and Crazy, because as much as we love Berserk, we, you know, love the first album too. So I mean, I don't know whether, you know, there's certain songs that I don't think these guys have played for a long time, and then we were like, we got to do Star Attraction and Hollywood Killer and Shoot to Kill. So I think it's just a mix of all that, and then obviously we've been doing 3 or 4 songs from the last EP as well, so we try and mix it up really, just kind of get a good balance of the whole spectrum really.
Yeah, obviously, like, and if you play, if we play a show that's ours, like instead of a festival slot, we'll have a little bit more time, so the set will be longer, so you'll be able to get a wider berth of the album representation from different eras.
Yeah.
But when it's a festival set, you kind of got to condense it and kind of got to try to put all the ones that are going to set them all off, because you only got a short window of time. So.
Excellent. So that must become quite a bit of almost like an emotional roller coaster when you go back to your back catalog, the early days, and you're playing it live again, and that's where it's been a number of years.
I normally have to learn it and remember how to play it. This is normally the hardest bit, is you completely forget some of this stuff. Yeah, it is. I don't know, music's a bit timeless in a way. I mean, I know music gets dated, but if it's your songs, kind of just sort of ingrained in your head, and you don't. I don't know. Even those records that 20, almost 30 years old. The one was 87. But those songs were actually written in 85, and we recorded the whole album 85, 86.
Yeah.
Because the one that was released in 87 was actually, we recorded that already. MFM Music Foundation just took that recording and we went in and patched it up. Basically, is what happened. So that that is like literally 30 years old. But I don't really think of it as being that. Because that's kind of ridiculously old. But yeah, I don't know, you don't really think of it like that. You just think, we just try, and when we do play the songs, we try and make them sound better, bigger, and I think that's, we're kind of quite good at getting that old tune and getting it, bringing it up to date with a more kind of wider sound.
Excellent. So what's in store for the rest of 2015 for you guys?
Well, we're just working on the new record primarily.
Yeah.
We're in, and we've sort of 3 songs into it. Was going to be an EP, follow up to the Knives EP called Daggers. We're kind of thinking we might just do an album now if we carry on doing enough songs. So we're not really in any rush. We're kind of milling through it, but we're just going a lot of progress, and that's the primary focus. As a band, like I say, you make music and you go and play live, and that's what you do. So for this moment, we need we need a new record, and that's what we're working on.
Superb. I always like to ask a couple of random questions. A Hollywood big producer phones you guys up saying, "We got a film, we want you guys to write a soundtrack." What genre of film would you see TigerTailz music?
It's bizarre you should mention it, actually, because a guy came to just made a horror film called Sickle, and he wanted to include 2 of our tracks in there, which is
really?
It's a real kind of underground, I don't know, one of these real hardcore horror movies, a bit like Evil Dead kind of stuff, and he's just included 2 of our songs in there, which is pretty cool. But I don't know.
Something with Stallone. If there's going to be like another Rocky, there's going to be like a Rocky 6 or something.
You can't top the one who's running at Everest.
Oh,
which
right.
was that?
No, it's Rocky 4. No, he's in Russia. He's training in Russia. It's got to be like the training montage for a Rocky, a Rocky movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I think that's probably your answer as well, right?
I was thinking more of a James Cameron film. I really dig the sort of aliens and or any Ridley Scott, James Cameron. I think it's just an incredible director. So even Avatar, I thought was great. Writing the music for that would be kind of cool. I think.
I don't know, I would imagine something more along the lines of, I guess, probably like a big budget horror. Obviously now it's all past, but something like, Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th, something like that would be cool.
Excellent.
Something vicious like 6X or something like that in some nasty little scene.
I think our music kind of lends itself to films as well. We do kind of, it's all a bit diverse. We do the poppy songs and with the hooks melodies, but a lot of those heavier tunes they're very orchestral. You know, we've used orchestras and string arrangements for years, ever since the 80s, 90s. So I think I think we could quite easily adapt tunes to that. It would fit like a hand in glove to me. Yeah, I'd be really interested.
Cool. Next random question. The zombie apocalypse has happened, the alarm bells are ringing. Out of the band, who would die first and who would survive the longest?
Let you guys.
What was the end of the question?
Who would die first and who would last the longest?
Oh, right.
I think Matt would last the longest.
I don't know, if it was based on food, I think Rob would last the longest. Because I think he can go without eating for longer than all of us. I think Matt would go first in that instance, but yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's a tough question.
So that was a bit of a random one.
Random.
We have
Matt goes first.
Matt goes first.
I win the race.
Rob last.
Rob's last, and me and Jules are somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
What about a weapon of choice? What would you use?
An Apache helicopter. Fly above us.
Weapon of choice.
For a what?
A weapon of choice.
For anything?
Yeah,
to the apocalypse.
Annihilating zombies.
Zombies?
Yeah.
It's got to be a samurai sword.
Good man.
Never run out of bullets.
I'll go with a lightsaber.
You've got to get close to them then, haven't you?
Yeah. But
It's the up close personal fear of death, I think, with the sword rather than a gun.
Yeah. It's not a nice thought, really.
Not really.
Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time out and chatting with us.
Pleasure, man.
Are you here for the rest of the weekend, or you've got to shoot off?
Jules, well, we're off, but Jules is playing tomorrow to be with his White Widow band, so he's playing tomorrow.
Yeah. Cool. Well, enjoy the rest of the day.
thanks very much.
Absolute pleasure.
Cheers, mate.